Thank you, gracias, thank you. Before I begin, how many of you are from Orange County? 949, 714, baby, all the way. The only reason I ask is because I think it's a historic day today, not just because you folks are graduating, because I'm from Orange County, I'm from Anaheim, and Flavia is from Irvine. So your two speakers are from Orange County. And what's best about this is traditionally in Orange County, USC was a school that all the Orange County, idiots would go to. I am glad to say that the best people from Orange County go to UCLA. All of you right there, and her. You can reserve judgment on me. Now my speech. First and foremost, congratulations to ustedes. That's y'all in Spanish. And that's a word I'm gonna use often today because American English never quite gave us a formal second person plural. It's a great word, please use it. Congrats for graduating from UCLA. Ustedes should be proud of yourselves. There's more. Ustedes should be proud of yourselves, but make sure to thank those mensches that helped you along the way. Parents, siblings, relatives, friends, professors, mentors, everyone. No man is an island, John Donne wrote nearly 4 centuries ago, and it's one of those cliches repeated ad nauseum because it's the truth. I am not the best choice to speak at UCLA's commencement, I admit. I haven't won any major awards, am not a household name, or have a savings account in the 5 figures. You don't want to know my banking account, no. Honestly, I have only begun to live life. Really, there is but one feather in my proverbial cap worthy of all the praise on earth, one that connects me to all of you. I am a graduate of the University of California, Los Angeles. I want to acknowledge some people before I proceed with my remarks. Thank you to the committee that selected me to speak. Obrigado to the powers that be for granting me a great parking spot for this afternoon and this afternoon only. Merci to the workers who constructed this stage and made Drake Stadium so beautiful for us. Of course, gracias to my parents who are here somewhere today, Mexican immigrants, one who first came to the States in the trunk of a Chevy in 1968, my father, both of whom never attended junior high, yet produced 3 college graduates, 2 of us who are proud Bruins. My sister's class of 2004, Elsa, hi. She's here too. And a special thanks to those of you who didn't want me here. I only regret that the Facebook group created against me I only regret that the Facebook group created against me didn't have more members than the one set up last year against James Franco. What are you gonna do? In retrospect, my grad school years, most of you were young teenagers between 2001 and 2003 when I attended UCLA. They were heady days. Tuition wasn't too high, our country was entering a boom period, and a job at the OC Weekly awaited me upon graduation. Unfortunately, that is not the America that greets ustedes tomorrow. Tonight, celebrate your tremendous accomplishment, please do. But before slipping into bed, pray for the strength and resolve that all of you will need for yourselves and for the rest of us. For a turbulent country greets you with uncertainty, vitriol, and a hole in the Gulf of Mexico spewing black sludge like some Freudian wound. I don't know what's so funny about that, but there is hope. There is hope in the form of a challenge I offer all of you. Join the millions of young adults that face similar abysses in the past and profoundly, positively change this country. I'm a reporter by trade, and when I'm not debunking nasty stereotypes about Mexicans or exposing Orange County's pedophile priests and their apologists, there's a lot of them, unfortunately, I love to write articles about history. It's fascinating to observe the past influencing the present, and to watch social tumult, or tumult, I forget, one of those words, repeat itself almost incident by incident in different decades. The United States has gone through trying eras before. The Panic of 1893, the internment of Japanese Americans, anti-immigrant hysteria, and at each turn, the young people who lived through such troubles persevered and pushed America forward. Union soldiers returned and reconstructed the Republic after the Civil War. Those who became of age during the Great Depression became the greatest generation. And the brave men and women who confronted segregation, discrimination, and know-nothing laws forced our country to live up to the Declaration of Independence's promise that all men are created equal. I hope that ustedes will face our Great Recession, a symptom of larger, more troubling problems that require resolution sooner rather than later. You'll face it with great deeds, just like your predecessors. I see such action in the class of 2010 already. I see it in those of you working two, even more jobs, to try and reach ever-escalating tuition while taking a full course load each quarter. I noted such spirit in the seniors who protested said tuition raises last fall. Not content to let undergrads suffer 32% tuition hikes. I admire such gumption every day in the life of Matias Ramos, my former intern at the OC Weekly, and an undocumented college student. Every day, despite the threat of forced repatriation to a birthplace he barely knows, Matias nevertheless works to improve himself and his country, along with his fellow American dreamers, many of you who are in attendance today. Think what you will of our current immigration wars, but don't dismiss their courage as weepy-moany propaganda. They have the character, the type of character our nation has demanded from her people in her hour of need. And the character of these Bruins is one to which all of us should aspire to and support. I know ustedes will heed my challenge, will join the American story of unspectacular, faceless, non-famous heroes. And part of that hard times narrative is empathy. Some of you may have noticed a picket line outside Drake before the ceremony. They asked me not to give this speech in order to draw attention to their plight. These workers, the people who served you food, cleaned your bathrooms and dorms, kept your libraries and buildings beautiful, kept everything humming during your studies here, are facing furloughs, loss of hours, and other financial cuts that are devastating their families. It's easy to brush them off as malcontents trying to ruin your special day, but they're not. They are members of our UCLA familia. Before you leave, if you haven't already, approach them. Thank them for their hard work and ask them to tell you their story. And then raise Cain with those responsible for slashing the funds and budgets that imperil our beautiful campus and its faithful students and employees. I trust you will take my challenge. I leave the path to ustedes. Start businesses, join them, help others, help yourself. Do what you have to do. The future might seem daunting, but no others have trod the same bleak road now before you. In 1932, a recent college graduate went to the bank the day before his wedding to withdraw funds. He found the bank shuttered. It had gone out of business overnight. The young man's life savings was gone, but the 22-year-old didn't despair or let the nation's woes bring him down. He married his high school sweetheart soon after and went to work immediately. Those tough years forged his character and life visions, traits he brought to Westwood about 16 years later in 1948. That young man was John Wooden. May God rest his soul. And quick plug, that story is in this book, They Call Me Coach by John Wooden. I have a paperback, the very first paperback edition from it. If you don't have this book in your library, please get it today. Get it from Ackerman, you know where to go. Yes, class of 2010, Coach Wooden once was a college graduate nervous about the future, like so many of you. And I am sure he'd be the first to say that if an Indiana farm boy could make his life a masterpiece and better us all in the process, then so can all of you. Good luck with life, and I hope and know and trust that ustedes will etch your names into history. God bless.